that's it. I think that is possibly Shin Godzilla. Come on, bring me that. Yes, that's Shin Godzilla right there. Yes, sir. You go ahead, you bring me that box. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do this little intro for a very special piece. It's a holy grail. Xplus. You can't really see it right now because of the bubble wrap. I'm going to unbox it and do the whole thing because this is a very special piece for me. Recently, well, over a month ago, I got really into Shin Godzilla, and if you haven't seen Shin Godzilla, please check it out. It's an amazing film. The divine punishment made flesh. This is, you know, the true version of Godzilla, the consequences for man's ignorance. It's just an amazing film. It's an amazing design for Godzilla. I've got quite a few pieces on the shelf. Over the last month I've accumulated a fair bit of Godzilla, but this is truly a very, very special piece. It's the Xplus 30cm Shin Godzilla Rick version, which has a kind of translucent body so that the light passes through him and makes him look like he's glowing inside, like the red lava kind of look. Just amazing. So I'm going to unbox it, but yeah, it's very stressful waiting for this to come from Japan. The seller on eBay was fantastic and so helpful and helped me through the stressful weeks of not knowing where this was, and then getting a notification saying it had gone back to Japan because they tried to contact me at FedEx multiple times and there was no response from me, which is not true, because I was, you know how it is when you're waiting for a special piece to come. You're checking your phone, you're checking your emails, you're checking everything every day, every morning you wake up, it's the first thing you do, like what's going on. And then yeah, so it was in the country, and then it got sent back to Japan, and I was crapping myself because I spent a lot of money on this, and then a lot of money on the customs charges, and then it got sent back, and then eBay seller sent it out again. I had to photograph all the proof that I'd paid customs charges to try and avoid paying them again. That didn't work. I had to pay all over again customs charges, even more for the second time. Forget about it. The amount of money I had to pay to get this here right now, it's ridiculous, but I wanted it. I friggin' have it. I'm so happy. So yeah, we're going to do this unboxing now on the 30cm Rick version Shin Godzilla Xplus. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram. I put a little clip on Instagram when the FedEx guy was delivering it, me looking out the window getting all excited. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so here is the box. That's what it looks like. Here is a picture on the front of the box of the product, the piece, not actually the one from the movie, but this is the figure, and it looks incredible. We've got some various little logos and stuff here. Check that out if you need to. And this yellow sticker here is what lets you know that this is the Rick version, with the kind of glowing red that comes through the body when the light hits it. But there's nothing much on the rest of the box. It's pretty much plain. So let's get opening this up. I can't believe it's finally here and this is finally happening. Okay, so I've cut the sellotape and then we're going to look at it for the first time together. Probably going to be a lot of plastic here to get through, but oh, maybe not. Wow. Okay, so oh, I just knocked over my lamp. Yeah, right, well. Oh, he's got the twisty ties around him. Oh my god. Here he is. Shin. Wow. Big old tail. Now I'll just quickly mention something else here, folks. Yesterday, after I filmed my review on the Xplus 84 Godzilla, I'd seen on Facebook some guy did a mod, I think on that one, where he closed the mouth. And because it's like a vinyl figure, you can heat up areas and then position them how you want and then let it cool, and they'll pretty much stay like that. So I wanted to close this one's mouth because it was wide open before, and I've closed it slightly, not completely, but I just wanted it to look a little bit more aggressive. And I also heated up the ankles and repositioned his feet so that he would stand more upright, because he was leaning forward quite a lot. And I also heated up the tail and bent it more closer towards his body so that he would fit on the shelf better. Before, when he was facing forward on the shelf, because of his tail, his toes were sticking over the edge, but now he can go all the way back to there. So I've got more room now, and he looks a bit more aggressive with the closed mouth. So it's great the way you can do that with these. I'm sure I could do the same thing with him if I wanted to, but I want to leave his mouth open. But yeah, this is incredible. I'm gonna have to undo these ties here, folks. Let me see. So before I put the tail on, I'll just show you inside. He's kind of sprayed silver, I think, and that is what gives him this kind of glow when the light hits him. Let's just see how that looks. Yeah, you can see it there a little bit. I don't want it to be too intense, the effect. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna get his tail on, but I just wanted to show you that first, so you can see they have this kind of silver inside, and I think that's what creates that, the light kind of bouncing back and giving him the glow. It's a big tail, and I'm glad it's pointing up, because if it was going, you know, far back like that, there's no way he'd go on the shelf. So I'm glad about that. So you got to heat up the tail here, warm this up, and get it on there. So I'll do that now and come back. Man, he's so detailed, it's crazy. Right, just a quick word about getting the tail on. I was having some trouble because I heated up the end of the tail and got it on there, waited for it to cool down, and it was still kind of loose and looked like it was going to fall off. So I was getting frustrated, thinking, what am I going to do? Then I just had the idea, we'll heat it up again at the end. You can see the connection. Now I've got it on there now so you can't see it, but there's a whole bit that protrudes around that is meant to connect into this piece. And yeah, it just wasn't connecting very well, so I heated it up again and used my thumbs to spread out the connecting piece just wider all around, and then ran it under cold water to lock it in place. And then when it came time to put this tail on again, I didn't heat it up. I just used my thumbs to push it in place until it got all the way around and it clicked right in, and now it's on there really solid. Yeah, so that's all good. It's beautiful. Just this bit looks beautiful on camera, and in person, forget about it. Alright folks, I'll let you check him out here on the rotating base. I noticed as he was turning here, that kind of glowing effect. It's not too intense, it's beautifully subtle, but it's just kind of haunting when you look at it. You think about the amount of pain this Godzilla was in. Amazing, just look at the glow going up the back, over the legs, and his chest and his neck. Spine. Wow. This is amazing. I'm just trying to capture it with a different camera setting. It really is amazing as he turns, seeing that glow. See it in the spines, getting stronger as the light passes through or reflects off it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's beautiful. In the thigh there. Hocus pocus, man. Shenanigans, I tell you. It's just beautiful. I need to go ahead and find out if he actually will stand on my shelf facing forward or what the situation is going to be. Knowing what I know now and the fixes I did on this one to get him to stand more upright and close his mouth and even move his tail forward a little bit, I'm sure I can do the same thing with this one. So that's not too bad, but let's go ahead and grab him, make a bit more space. Alright. I doubt this is gonna work. No sir, absolutely not. That's as close as I can get him. One foot's all the way off the shelf. Let me just turn the brightness up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't work. So what I might do is just move his tail. Like heat it up and reposition his tail, let it cool down, and he will fit on that shelf. But at the moment, once that tail hits the back wall, he's completely off the shelf. So I'm going to heat up his tail right about there in the middle, and I'm going to bend it more towards him. Oh mate, it's glowing. That's freaky. Look at it inside his chest. Look at that. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at the eyes as well. It's so cool to be able to see them, because the eyes on the Banpresto, they're great, but they're so small you can't really see them from here. Same thing for the SH Monster Arts. You can see them, but they're just so tiny. But on this one, they cut through. They really do. That rhymes. Look at the glow. God damn it. Right, let's get this tail in position, and then I'll just show you how he looks on the shelf. We'll get back to the review. Alright, so I've spent a good 15 minutes messing about. Oh, sorry, I'm just in a different place at the moment, so it's the same shelves, but I'm just going to try them out again. I've been doing this back and forth, seeing if he fits. Certainly a lot better. Like, he actually can stand forward on the shelf now, and the tail is fine. Looks a bit drippy. It's gross, I know. It's because of the water heating him up and putting it under the tap to lock it in place and stuff. But yeah, the tail has been kind of moved more upright and straightened a little bit, and tried to bring it a little bit more in the middle because it was going off to the side a fair bit. And that's it, just to get the tail, you know, in position so that I could get him on the shelf. Oh, I can hear the pitter patter. Oh, there she goes on her travels. Yeah, it fits now. Woohoo! And there it is on the shelf. Fits perfectly. So it's great. The way they're made from vinyl, you just heat it up, reposition it, and you're not damaging anything. You can always put it back the way it was, but it's just molding him to your needs. And he's on the shelf now, front and center, looking incredible. Rui is making very loud chompy noises in the background because she's just finished her biscuits. No, she's got another one. Goodie. You know what though, folks, I'm just looking at him and I'm thinking his hands, well, the palms aren't facing up in that way that I just love in the movie, because it just looks like he's kind of like a god, you know, the way his hands are facing up. I don't know if that was the reasoning or what they were thinking when they decided to do that with Shin Godzilla, but that's what it certainly made me feel when I saw him slowly just moving through the city with his, not always, you know, the palms facing up. They are like this at quite a few points in the movie, but because I know that I can heat him up and readjust things, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to heat up his wrists and just get the palms facing up a bit more up to the sky, and then we'll come back and we'll see how he looks after that. So tweaking, doing some tweaks. Alright, I've done it. I've got his palms facing up. I didn't even have to heat them. I did this time on this one, and then I just thought, you know what, I bet I can just literally twist it with my fingers and put it under the cold tap and it will work, and it did. I even repositioned the arms a little bit, but that is it. Palms facing up, tail adjusted. Freaking cool. Look at that. Bended him to my will. Man, the palms up. It's just true Shin Godzilla now. Tail way more straight up, way more centered. And what else did I do? Yeah, just reposition the arms, put the palms up, reposition the tail. That's it, man. It's beautiful. Can't get over it, man. It's just incredible in person, this glowing effect. Like molten lava. Let's go outside. See him in the true light. See the end of that tail. It's gruesome. Now if we go over here, I do mow the lawn, the garden, the back garden. It just grows really fast and I've been busy. Don't judge me. Pop them on there. Might be a bit too sunny, to be honest. It's very sunny at the moment. I can't even see. I can't even see what I'm doing, to be honest. The light on the screen is too intense. I hope you can see something. Absolutely incredible. Yeah. I think it's better when I just hold him, sort of find a shady spot. Beautiful. Alright, so there he is back on the shelf, palms up now, and tail again slightly repositioned just to give me a little bit more space. So as far as modifications go, I've done a fair bit to these two now. Closed his mouth and repositioned his ankles to get him more upright. Not totally upright, but less leaning forward than he was. Definitely prefer the mouth being more closed. And obviously with Shin, reposition the hands and the arms and the tail. I'm totally 100% happy with him now. But it's nice and easy to do. Just heat him up, position it, put it under cold water quickly and just let it all solidate again and get the look you're after. And out of the 3 Xplus Godzillas that I have now, 2014 is the biggest. Then Shin Godzilla just by a little bit. Obviously his tail is bigger than everyone, but head wise it's about equal with the 84, but I think Shin has a tiny bit of a height advantage, just a little bit. But 2014 definitely the biggest out of the ones I have anyway. I'm gonna have to stop getting these now, folks. I mean, I only ever really wanted the Shin one, but then it just you know how it is. There's a couple more out there that I've got my eye on, but I wouldn't know what to do as far as where to put them. I don't know where to put these. I mean, space is an ish. So we'll see how it goes in the future, but I'm so glad Shin is here. And this is a nice angle to see them from as well, before I put the others away on the shelf. And that's how Godzilla looks next to a Hot Toys 1/6 scale Spider-Man figure. Now I just want to take a close-up look at the sculpt here, folks, so that you see it. Just going to turn it a little bit for you. The eye is so sharply done, just pinpoint accuracy there. Speaking of sharp, the teeth look nice and sharp. I wouldn't mind if the teeth were a little bit brighter and stood out a bit more. That's something I could easily do, but I don't know if I wanted to do that with something this valuable. It's really expensive, this piece. But if it's something that over time my eye keeps going to and it keeps bugging me and I know how easily I could fix it, man, that looks beautiful. We'll see. But the teeth are sculpted really well and painted nicely. But the eye, really like the way that's done. There's some angles here. There's the other eye. Yeah, I just think the teeth could be a little bit more, just a bit brighter, jump out at you a bit more. An absolutely amazing sculpt. 10 out of 10 for that. Great paint. Really love the way it's done. Yeah, all the rows of teeth. You can see some up there, like a double row. The teeth at the right at the back here too. There's lots of teeth in that mouth. That looks amazing. Now folks, I'll wrap up the review and I'll tell you this is an obvious 10 out of 10. It's an absolute masterpiece. The detail on this thing is absolutely exquisite. The accuracy is on another level, and he's a grail, you know. He's a grail in my collection. Now they say you should only ever have one grail, or there can only ever be one grail, but it's my collection, my rules. I got about 3 or 5, maybe 6, 7 grails. So one day I'm going to sling together a top 3 or top 5 grails in the collection video, and I'm pretty sure Shin here will be a part of it. It was nice that he turned up during October, because, you know, Shin Godzilla does definitely come from the more horror side. Or the reality of the horror of something like this coming out of the ocean and walking amongst us, and the devastation that would follow. So it's kind of appropriate that he turned up in October, spooky October, the month of fear. Well, not for me. I was born in October. The best day of October, Halloween, is my birthday, and one of my favorite movies of all time, and my favorite time of the year. It's my Christmas, and it's just nice to be born on that day too. But yeah, man, Shin, he is here in his truest form. Absolute masterpiece. Massive tip of the hat to all the other Godzilla figure and statue reviewers on YouTube that I've spent a good deal of time watching while I was waiting for this piece to arrive. It's a great community out there. It's nice to be able to add my own review to the videos that are on YouTube. This amazing piece. Ruby's getting a bit anxious. She don't want to be here anymore. She wants to go inside and have a snack, so I better go give her what she wants before she gets the hump. I'll see you guys real soon. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram at DNight333. I'll see you soon, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.